Hello, first graders. It's Mrs. Croissant here with our read aloud. We are studying our author, Leo Lionni, and I have a new book for you. It is An Extraordinary Egg by Leo Lionni. We notice more beautiful watercolors. His illustrations are so pretty, and he has a very unique style. All right, here we go. On Pebble Island, there lived 3 frogs, Marilyn, August, and one who was always somewhere else. That one's name was Jessica. Jessica was full of wonder. She would go on long walks way on the other side of Pebble Island and return at the end of the day shouting, "Look what I found!" Even if it was nothing but an ordinary little pebble, she would say, "Isn't it extraordinary?" But Marilyn and August were never impressed. One day, in a mound of stones, she found one that stood out from all the others. It was perfect, white like the snow and round like the full moon on a midnight summer night. Even though it was almost as big as she was, Jessica decided to bring it home. I wonder what Marilyn and August will say when they see this, she thought, as she rolled the beautiful stone to the small inlet where the 3 of them lived. "Look what I found," she shouted triumphantly, "a huge pebble." This time, Marilyn and August were truly astonished. "That is not a pebble," said Marilyn, who knew everything about everything. "It's an egg, a chicken egg." "A chicken egg? How do you know it's a chicken egg?" asked Jessica, who had never heard of chickens. Marilyn smiled. "There are some things you just know." A few days later, the frogs heard a strange noise coming from the egg. They watched in amazement as the egg cracked, and out crawled a long, scaly creature that walked on 4 legs. "See!" exclaimed Marilyn. "I was right. It is a chicken." "A chicken!" they all shouted. The chicken took a deep breath, grunted, and gave each of the astonished frogs a look and said in a small, raspy voice, "Where is the water?" "Straight ahead!" the frogs cried out excitedly. The chicken threw herself into the water, and the frogs dove in after her. To their surprise, the chicken was a good swimmer, and fast too, and she showed them new ways to float and paddle. They had a wonderful time together and played from sunup to sundown, and so it went for many days. Then, one day when Jessica was somewhere else, August and Marilyn saw a commotion in the water below them. Someone was in trouble. Quickly, the chicken dove into the dark pool. August and Marilyn were frightened. After a few long moments, the chicken reappeared, carrying Jessica. "I'm all right," she called. "I got tangled in the weeds, but the chicken saved me." From that day on, Jessica and her rescuer were inseparable friends. Wherever Jessica went, the chicken went too. They traveled all over the island. They went to Jessica's secret thinking place and to the Great Pebble Monument. One day, they went to a place where Jessica had never been before. A red and blue bird flew down from a tree. "Oh, there you are!" it exclaimed when it saw the chicken. "Your mother has been looking all over for you. Come, I'll take you to her." They followed the bird for a very long time. They walked and they walked. They walked under the warm sun and the cool moon. And then they came upon the most extraordinary creature they had ever seen. It was asleep. But when it heard the little chicken shout, "Mother!" it slowly opened one eye, smiled an enormous smile, and in a voice as gentle as the whispering grass said, "Come here, my sweet little alligator." Wait, alligator? I thought we were a chicken. And the little chicken climbed happily onto her mother's nose. "Now it's time for me to go," said Jessica. "I'll miss you very much, little chicken. Come visit us soon. And bring your mother too." Jessica couldn't wait to tell Marilyn and August what had happened. As she neared the inlet, she shouted, "Guess what I found!" And she told them all about it. "And do you know what the mother chicken said to her baby?" Jessica asked. "She called her my sweet little alligator." "Alligator," said Marilyn. "What a silly thing to say." And the three frogs couldn't stop laughing. And there you have it, an extraordinary egg. I want to talk to you today about this story, but all stories have this. They have a beginning, a middle, and an end. So let's talk about the beginning of the story. What happens in the beginning? So in the beginning, we meet the characters, the three frogs, and we learn a little bit about them. We learn that one is kind of thinks she knows everything. One is super adventurous and always going off. And then also in the beginning, Jessica, the one frog, comes back with what they decide is an egg. So in the middle of the story, we meet this egg, and we know it's an alligator, but they don't know that, and they call it a chicken, so that's why it's kind of funny that they think that this is a chicken, even though it's not. And so the chicken, really the alligator, hatches, and we see a friendship developing. They're doing all kinds of things together. They're having lots of fun. So that's the middle of the story. And then the end of the story is our little chicken, or alligator, meeting its mommy. And going back to where it really belongs. It belongs with its mommy, not the froggies. So all stories have a beginning, a middle, and an end. They all have characters. They all have settings where the story is taking place. And so when we read these books, I really want you to think about your setting, your characters. Think about the beginning, the middle, and the end. What's happening in each of those sections of the book? What happens in the beginning? What happens in the middle? And what happens in the end? All right, boys and girls, thank you so much. We have one more story after our extraordinary egg. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you later. Bye.